Good Thursday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Very interesting to note how many days we have until we can declare pumpkin spice is a thing. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aldridge, we've been drinking pumpkin spice since August. I know that, but I mean, we'll kind of add some legitimacy to the fact that autumn is just 2 days away. And at 2:50 in the morning on Saturday, will you be awake? Will there be some kind of autumnal equinox held at your house? Probably not. But there might be some that are up late or up early. It depends on your Saturday plans. But I can tell you there's something magical, maybe not magical, maybe just astronomical speaking, about the 2:50 time frame. Do you just pull that out of the hat? No, this is astronomically speaking because the Earth is tilted, as many of us remember from our middle school days, at the 23.5-degree angle. But the tilt is what gives us the seasons. So when you look at the different equinoxes, you look at the different solstices, some are more big fans of the summer solstice because the days are long, but maybe not a big fan as we approach the holidays because, well, let's face it, days are very short and the nights are very long. And it kind of had maybe some seasonal mood up and down. But I can tell you this, once we move toward 2:50 on the morning on Saturday, we'll be officially into a new season, and the Earth is tilted near nor away from the sun. So it's kind of like equal day, equal night. That's where we get the terminology. But the amount of darkness and daylight pretty much equal at all latitudes. Very exciting, but 2:50. I know that some of you are excited about the new season, and why not? There should be good reason, lots of optimism. But some of us would look for some rain. So you know what? It'd be fine, Aldrich, if we could just get some rain and maybe some relief from the ragweed. I do know that. But the ultimate Doppler radar, presented by A1 Fincham Heating and Cooling, focused on customer satisfaction. They won't quit until you're happy. They are prepared to get the job right the first time. So check them out at a1fincham.com. Bigger picture shows there's not necessarily dry weather everywhere. Parts of the state of Tennessee has had rain, but it's on the west side. It's kind of like on the other side of the holler. It's on the other side. It's way over there toward Memphis and Jackson, not headed here today. But I'm keeping a watchful eye on what's going on toward Florida. You say, what's going on in Florida? Well, there's a little disturbed area that may have tropical characteristics, maybe subtropical, possibly maybe just a heavy rainmaker. But it will create a lot of rip currents. So if you were beach bound, you say, well, it's not raining at the beach where I am. But the lifeguards are waving the red flag saying, toes out of the water, please. Could you get out of the water? I've been there when it's so fun to drive all that mileage and all that time to the beach and you can't really enjoy the water. That's just me, but maybe you should know about it. That's what I'm trying to do this morning. But I want to say good morning to you if you're on the call. I'm on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. I'd love to have you here. I'm looking at Facebook here, and maybe there's a couple of you on here that like to say hello. Marilyn Bell, she says hello. I see, get up everyone, get your Thursday on. Listen to Marilyn. There's some kick in her spirit here this morning. Love it. 2 more days until Pine Fest. Ooh, Pine Fest in downtown White Pine. Wow, I have to hit the word Seymour, and I don't mean Seymour, Tennessee. I mean like Seymour. Oh, food, crafts, music, 10 a.m. Saturday. Come on over. Marilyn, that's a great invite. We may find a whole host of Captain Accurate fans at Pine Fest, White Pine, this weekend. Glad to have you here. And also, I know that the big game, I got the football game coming up. The football forecast for the Tennessee game against San Antonio, UT San Antonio. That's coming up in a moment. Fred says good morning. And if you're on YouTube, maybe you could be the first comment here as we continue to expand. I see Steve Stone. Good morning. Glad Steve, he was quick on the draw. Kudos to Steve for being the first. And then Melissa says, love this weather. Good morning, David. Enjoy the coffee. She's on here. Thankful for Melissa as well. So let me bring you up to speed where things are, current conditions. But I am watchful, watching areas off the coast of Florida. Now, if you're a numbers geek like me, I'm going to advance this story tomorrow. Now, well, wait a minute. There's a lot of numbers on this map already. I know these are representative of what is normal. Why be normal when we've only had 0.35 inches of rain all month? And today is the 21st. We're not going to get any today. Tomorrow's the 22nd. We're not going to get any tomorrow. And then on Saturday, no, you get the picture. We're now advancing closer to the end of September, and we've only had 0.35. I do have some rain in the 7-day, so it might be taken off. But look at the average. It's 3.5 inches. And if you do some quick little scanning of the eyes, you might notice that July and December are the soggiest months of the 12. Now, that's a 30-year average, mind you. And that's a McGee-Tyson 30-year average from 1991 to 2020. So when we say what's normal and we say what's average, same thing in weather, right? So when we look at these numbers, but I'm going to put the actual 2023 numbers tomorrow. So I hope you'll tune in tomorrow morning. But we usually see just under 52 inches of rain and melted snow in the calendar year. That's at the bottom. 51.93. And the yearly snowfall for the calendar year has averaged, over the last 30 years, of 4.5, so 4.6. So these are the normals. Some people love numbers. If you're a numbers fan, you love this map. And I could probably stay here all morning, but I won't. I just want you to know I'm going to advance this story by adding to these numbers in blue. I'll put what we did receive this year, and maybe those numbers might be of interest to you. My premium members will get to see that first, maybe this afternoon if I get that finished. But visibility, not the best in Wartburg, and it's pretty poor in Middlesboro, Bell County. I'm looking at Middlesboro 1 mile or less, possibly stretching into Claiborne County. Union County might have some patches of fog this morning, so please give yourself some extra time as you head out the door. I got temperatures right now at 59 at McGee-Tyson. I believe we've been as low as 58 officially, but it is 55 in Johnson City and 65 in Nashville. Memphis checking in at 68. They've had some rain off to the far west, as we just highlighted, but look at these numbers. Crossville is not reporting, but I can do a little eyedropper here. I like to call that a pixel query. Boop, there it is, about 53, which matches Jamestown, I might add. So you're still on the cool side in Cumberland County, 55 Athens, 59 Morristown, and 59 currently in Newport. Do you like these cool mornings? I hope so, because what other choice do we have? It's what's been delivered. Dew points are in the mid-50s, upper 50s, so it's a level of comfort that we haven't seen for much of the summer. Remember, we had some very humid days, and if you look at the humidity, which is representative in green, the real stuffy, where the air that's so thick, it's not here. The green area is just not here. As we head into the rest of the afternoon, it just doesn't even come close to East Tennessee. Heading into Friday, where is it sticky? Well, maybe back toward Kansas City and Omaha. I'm thinking Peyton Manning. Omaha, it's got stuffy air. 5 o'clock Friday, but not here. Maybe a flash that might rise a little bit. And then Virginia Beach, they've got some tropical moisture potentially moving up the coast this weekend. It may work its way toward the Jersey Shore. Now, as we move into Sunday, still not a drop of humidity to be found. Now, Tennessee, I gotta get to the football game. Are you excited about the game? Yay! You know, I'm excited because I just smell a victory. Maybe it's me. Do you smell a victory? I do. Anyway, this game's at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock on Saturday. It's on the SEC Network. I'm expecting a 10-degree drop. So when you look at these numbers, you're looking at 82 for kickoff. That's my high for Saturday. Mostly sunny. Sun will be setting about 7:33, so toward the end of the game. But 78 at halftime and 72 fourth quarter. Is it going to be windy? Not really. I don't think the kicking game is going to be affected by a north wind at 3 to 8 miles per hour. But the University of Texas, San Antonio, coming to town, the big game at 4 o'clock. And, of course, everybody, as I mentioned on Tuesday, everybody loves a comeback story. Thinking about Weigels there. Everybody likes a good comeback story, so you want to check this game out because I think they're going to play back well beyond our expectation. Maybe they'll really impress us with their offense and defense. So good morning to you if you're on the call. I said Steve is on YouTube, and I've got how many people? I got 5 people. Hey, we're multiplying. And that's a good start, kind of expanding the reach on YouTube. Melissa Mumpower's on here. On Facebook, I've got Wanda Poe. She said, yes, cool temperatures. Come on, snow. Ooh, she said the 4-letter word that starts with S. Oh, snow's okay. But snow's fun. I mean, if you're a fan of winter, but some aren't always in that camp. I recognize that, but I do love snow myself. Darcy says, day 3 of heavy, dense fog. Darcy, I'm so sorry you're having to deal with this. Again, if you're in the Kingston area, Harriman, maybe as far south as Ray County, you might have some real slowdowns, so please be extra careful. She's saying visibility down 15 feet. Darcy, thank you for that comment, because I don't always have that intel. That's why I love having weather spotters, even people who comment on here. But Morning David says Wanda would like some rain, and Fred saying good morning, so happy to have Fred on here as well. So our forecast for Tennessee, the game this weekend is Saturday. It's 4 o'clock. Oftentimes people ask, well, what channel is it on? Well, unless you subscribe to the SEC Network, you may have to catch it in a sports bar or perhaps at a restaurant. Maybe it'll be on the TV there. Wind speeds not moving, and don't expect it to move much today. I've got winds today moving about 0 to 5, and if it's not variable, might be out of the northeast. A little hint toward the northeast wind, so it's a comfortable day. I would say it's pleasant, especially when the winds are this light. Now, the sun will be coming up in about a half hour from now. And where do you see the clouds? Most of them are of the high variety. Some might be in the mid-levels, but again, generally expecting temperatures to rebound into the lower 80s today. I know it looks like the rain's coming this way, but it's just too dry in the lower levels for us to see any drops of rain today. And I'll prove that when I show you the future cast. But this is what the radar and the satellite imagery put together renders right now over the last couple of hours. Today, here's where I expect to be. Just like yesterday, because we hit 83, just like yesterday in Oak Ridge, we hit 83. I got 83, Oak Ridge and Knoxville. In meteorology, we call that a persistence forecast. Oh, you're being persistent. No, it's like the same day after the next day and the next day. So this is one of those types of situations where if you liked it yesterday, you're going to love it today. Oh, that's kind of like when leftovers are served in the Aldrich household. Oh, it was a great meal. I'm going to enjoy it again tomorrow. This is the type of thing with the weather. You're going to enjoy the weather again like you did yesterday. And you'll find, I think, a good blend of hazy sun and some scattered clouds. If you're in Morristown, White Pine, 82. Looking for a high in Crossville today of 77 degrees, 83 there in Oak Ridge. Now, the sun will be coming up at 7:23. Sunglasses, make sure you grab them, unless, of course, you're in the dense fog like Darcy. And I do feel for those in the foggy areas, because you're like, I can't wear sunglasses. I can't even see beyond my nose because it's so thick. But please be careful. 7:35 is when the sun sets this evening, as our days are getting shorter, and soon those numbers will match. Doesn't always line up precisely on the autumnal equinox. Has more to do with the curvature of the Earth. Eventually, it's either a few days before or a few days after, depending if you're looking at spring or fall. But I do get that question often. It's like, how come the sunset is exact same, but it's not the equinox anymore? It's just sometimes how it plays out. Bus stop forecast going to 67 by 10, 79 by 2. And looking for hazy sunny clouds. Oh, here's my other promotion. Download. How about just subscribe to my channel, YouTube, youtube.com/@CaptainAccurate. There's a little /@ in there, but it's free. In fact, I'm on YouTube right now. We're going to check over here to YouTube. I have two people. I noticed Steve and Melissa, and we now have 4 people watching. So if you're on the call on YouTube, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm almost to the benchmark of 1,000. Which is a near mark in YouTube land. If you're a YouTuber, that's an important point. And I'm thinking about 957, so I'm pretty close. You could put me over the top even today if you decided you want to like and subscribe to the channel. Wanda's on here. Darcy's talking about the fog. So we have a little bit of everything today as we head out the door this morning. Headlines pleasant, beautiful on Friday. And I'm calling Saturday spectacular primarily because I smell a victory at Neyland Stadium. Maybe it's just me. Maybe in your gut, yeah, we're going to win this game. But how much are we going to win? And is it going to be fun to watch, or is it going to be a struggle? I don't know. Some of you were not too thrilled with the Austin Peay game, but let's hope the UTSA game is spectacular from the way that they play and perform. Here's the tropics. I got to get to them. Nigel's heading northbound, and Nigel's the only named storm on the playing field. But I put an arrow where there's some disturbed weather that this may or may not get a name. And if it gets the name, it could be either Ophelia or Philippe. And you say, well, you can't make up your mind? Well, there's 2 areas we're watching, right? The National Hurricane Center has another disturbance off of Africa that could get a name. But in terms of Nigel, winds are at 85 miles per hour this morning, and there he goes. He's headed up toward the colder waters of the Atlantic and may not very well bother anybody. Looks like it's off the coast of Ireland and England, and basically just spins up there like a top. Winds will be dropping off to about 50 miles per hour by this weekend on Sunday, but that's the latest cone from the National Hurricane Center. But here's what's more interesting. Notice the area in red. That's the storm system coming off of Africa that has a greater chance over the next 7 days of becoming named, which would be Ophelia. And then if we assume, but it can't always, which forms first, the 40% chance is over here. And this is why I think this is a beach spoiler. So if you were headed to Myrtle Beach, you were heading to Wrightsville Beach, you were headed to the Outer Banks, maybe you headed to Tybee Island, you may not be getting doused with heavy rain all the time, but the rip currents may very well be enough of a spoiler that you thought, you know what, I should have picked a different weekend. Here's the tropics. Again, Nigel, we can cross off the list, but Ophelia, Philippe, and Rina, R-I-N-A, are the next 3 names on this list. Right now it's 6:54, which I'll be done, by the way, in 6 minutes. It's currently 59 comfortable degrees. Dew point's 57, and relative humidity is at 93% at McGee-Tyson Airport. But I do have some hope for those who love rain and need some rain. You're just going to have to pack the patience, as some hate to hear. But 20% Tuesday, 40% on Wednesday, and that may be our best chance of seeing some drops come from the sky here locally, as it will continue well to the far west and well to the far east. So we're caught in the middle, like a subsidence pattern. So you're going to see a lot of sinking air, not rising air, and it's going to cause the lack of cloud cover, or maybe minimum in terms of cloud cover because it's not going to rain in the near term. Here's your Valley Planner at 6:55. Normal high now is 81, and we should be about 2 degrees above average today. Hazy sun and clouds. Keeping a watchful eye on that. Now, as far as the other situation, see Steve on here. I'm looking at Melissa Mumpower on YouTube. If you're on the call, let me know, because I love the fact that we're hopefully growing this channel just as much. And those who watch it on delay, I love the fact that you can watch it at your convenience. As we look at these temperatures today, we're about 2 degrees above normal for the afternoon, but we're below normal this morning because the normal low is 59, and I do believe we've made it to 58. Knoxville, 57 this morning in Oak Ridge. All right, Storm Prediction Center, I do want to cover, there are some hot spots, but they're all to the west, and eventually could be along the coast. But look at these two areas in yellow. These are the scattered severe storm risks for today, so if you have family that's maybe in central Nebraska, and all the way into West Texas for isolated severe storms. Closer to Dallas, McKinney anyway, scattered severe storms, isolated for Dallas, and also for Tulsa, Oklahoma City, for severe weather potential today. Nothing going on here on Friday. That chance continues to blossom in Nebraska, South Dakota. So areas west of Lincoln, best chance for some scattered severe storms. But again, nothing going on here. And if you were hopeful for some rain on Saturday, no chance. Not even thunder. But it does grow along the Outer Banks, interestingly enough, because of a spin. You got a storm system off the coast that may or may not get a name. And then you look across the central sections of the country. We're looking at, say, parts of Omaha, Kansas City, Tulsa, and Oklahoma City, all in the scattered severe storm risk for Saturday, as that pattern continues to build out to the west. All right, 6:56, it's time to get the Futurecast. Tell me, how far do I have to drive to find some rain? Well, probably a few hours, right? Because there's Knoxville. Maybe if you head to Bowling Green, it works its way north. Now, I think a lot of what you see here locally is what we call model noise, maybe some feedback, a little bit of overly depicted or anxious drops of rain that don't verify, maybe more Virga, if anything. But 11 o'clock tonight, we're looking for scattered clouds, if not mostly clear, and there's some rain back toward Little Rock and Springfield, Missouri, but nothing going on Friday here. Again, another situation, more bad noise. Don't see rain coming in here tomorrow. I do see the rain really picks up in Raleigh, Virginia Beach. If this low hugs the coast, it could be as close by as Roanoke, Virginia by Saturday morning. But this is headed north, and so what goes up? Well, we're going to bring in some dry air down, so it's not going to have any impact. And most of the models don't even bring it over Virginia. It keeps that storm over open water. And if that's the case, it won't even be that close. So the Futurecast for us, going into about 9:30 noontime, we're up to 76. That's room temperature, right? 76 degrees at lunchtime. If you're having lunch outside, you've done yourself a good deed, right? I think that lunch outside would be inviting if you can handle the ragweed, which is still high. But the humidity is low, and temperatures are room temperature in Crossville, 73, projected at noontime. Morristown, 73. Maryville, about 75. Should finish the day about 83. So not a bad way to finish with some hazy sun and scattered clouds. Moving into tonight, I'd say some scattered clouds, but it may become mostly clear once you get into the early morning hours of Friday. Temperatures tonight should drop down to about 59, near 60. Tomorrow, midday, 75. And I think all this, again, is over-depicted. It's struggling to deal with a tropical feature or pseudo-tropical feature off the coast. So my expectation is do not expect rain on Friday. Hazy, sunny clouds and pleasant. Winds 0 to 5. If they're moving in any direction, it'd be generally northeast. It's now 6:58. I'm going to be done in 2 minutes. 80 in Middlesboro. Looking for a high in La Folle at Jacksboro. Duff, 81. 82 Madisonville, Tellico Plains, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, upper 70s. Upper 70s for Gatlinburg. 83 Newport, Del Rio, Cosby, Parrotsville. Kingston, Rockwood, Harriman, about 83. 79 for Wartburg and Morgan County. 83 if you're traveling to Chattanooga. 82 if you're heading to Charlotte, and generally mid-80s off toward Nashville. So a low temperature tonight of 58 would be pleasant with some scattered clouds, but again, you can expect some patches of fog. Darcy doesn't want to hear that, but more patches of fog first thing on Friday morning. 59 for Kingston, my expected low tonight. 56 for Sevierville, 56 for, say, Oneida, Scott County, and also Fentress County in Jamestown. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. Now think about it, we've covered so much ground. We've covered the autumnal equinox, the fall's forecast, and I've got some more goodies with those Knoxville normals and how we compared. We're going to do a little stack-up summary, precipitation summary tomorrow, so I invite you to check back tomorrow. But here's the 7-day forecast. 84 on Friday, Got fall officially beginning at 2:50 in the morning while many of us are asleep. Pleasant on Sunday, low 80s, and our best chance of rain coming in mid next week. So 81 Tuesday, 81 on Wednesday. Very thankful for you. And I got another note on YouTube from Melissa. She says, love this weather. She says, shared your YouTube with the world. Have a blessed day. Melissa's so sweet. Thank you very much, Melissa. And thank you for your support and for your patience, because sometimes I've had, I did not do a video last night. I had some technical difficulties. I worked it out. But thank you for your patience. Ed says, good morning. Love on the deck coffee mornings. I assume that today is one of those mornings for you, Ed, and I would expect even lunchtime is going to be pleasant too if you plan on eating outside. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.